ended, you left it in August of 2023. That sound right?
That's the hard conversation. That's not the...
We've covered this. Next question.
And you characterized it as a tough conversation, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not going to get into the conversation per se.
We should.
Well, if he doesn't want to, we won't go there. So, Mr. Sadon, next question.
You know, it's kind of hard to say no when you've got that opportunity. But all I'm going to say is, was it pre-indictment in this case?
So
we know the timeline that the indictment was delivered.
Well, and so that we're clear, the physical relationship ended pre-indictment.
And is that when you were talking about the tough conversation?
But I'm not sure that the tough conversation didn't happen until after, but the physical relationship. So I'm sure if you ask Mr. Wade, because he's a male, he would say we ended June or July because physical contact ended then. Just in my mind, being a woman, it's over when you have that like hard conversation. I just think women and men think differently.
And I think the answer, Mr. Sadot, to your question was she's not sure whether it was before or after the indictment.
Well, I'm not sure that was her answer, but let's see if I can get specific.
That is what I said. That's what I said.
I'll let you. Next question, Mr. Sadot. If you need to clarify.
Want to say one more? The romantic relationship ended before the indictment was returned. Yes or no?
To a man, yes.
Well, to a man, yes. To you, no.
She's explained this, Mr. Sadot. She's explained this.
And did the forthcoming indictment have anything to do with that?
Ooh.
Or was it just a coincidence?
Let's go on and have the conversation.
I've just asked you whether or not it was a coincidence.
Had absolutely nothing to do with this. It's interesting that we're here about this money. Mr. Wade is used to women that, as he told me one time, the only thing a woman can do for him is make him a sandwich. We would have brutal arguments about the fact that I am your equal. I don't need anything from a man. A man is not a plan. A man is a companion. And so there was tension always in our relationship, which is why I would give him his money back. I don't need anybody to foot my bills. The only man who's ever foot my bills completely is my daddy.
All right, guys. So we got to talk about old Fani Willis, who once again is exposing herself in ways that could possibly destroy her RICO case against Trump, which is not going to happen before the election, okay, because of her affair with Nathan Wade, who she thought it would be a good idea to hire this guy to help her go after her political opponent, President Trump, and that backfired because that relationship created a conflict of interest that had to be resolved by the judge, forcing Fani Willis to either remove herself from the case or to remove Nathan Wade, okay? And what was left after Nathan Wade was ultimately removed was an odor of mendacity, a strong odor of mendacity, aka that Fani Willis is a liar, okay? She had been lying about the nature of her relationship with Nathan Wade when it began and whether or not it's still happening, right? Because we have some evidence here to suggest that Fani Willis not only lied about the beginning of the relationship, when it started, whether or not they actually, were in a relationship and how long, it seems as if she lied about the relationship ending because this woman showed up with Nathan Wade to the site of her daughter's arrest after her daughter got caught texting and driving and then got arrested for driving with a suspended license. Now, all of this got caught on Bodycam, okay? And again, for whatever reason, Fani Willis thought it would be a good idea to have her boy toy show up with her to the site of her daughter's arrest while at the same time she is fighting to keep her case alive, which could fall apart because there is evidence, strong evidence in my opinion, that this woman lied under oath, okay? That she lied about the nature of the relationship under oath, and she's continuing to lie. And again, I'm not entirely sure why Fani is deciding to be so reckless, okay? But maybe she just doesn't care anymore, right? I think that's actually what's going on here, because what she actually really cared about is getting the trial to happen and getting a conviction before the election. Now that she knows that that's not going to happen, she might not give a damn anymore, right? This is why she's out here boohoo, whining, crying racism, even though that's also a grounds for possible dismissal as well, too, because of what they call forensic misconduct, okay? Fani Willis, boohoo, whining, crying racism, accusing the defense of being racist, could take the jury pool. Most certainly, it's a possibility out there in Fulton County. And yeah, these are all the things that the Trump team is using in order to get rid of this case, okay? So ultimately, this case may happen at some point after the election, but it could get thrown out, okay? And Fani Willis is not helping herself out, especially with situations like this. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to read about what happened so you guys get a better understanding of what happened. And I'm going to show you guys the video clip of Fani Willis and Nathan Wade showing up to the site of her daughter's arrest. So without further ado, let's get into it. Embattled District Attorney Fani Willis showed up to the scene of her daughter's recent arrest with prosecutor lover Nathan Wade long after the pair said they'd ended their controversial affair, newly released body cam footage shows. The Fulton County, Georgia DA was seen with ex-Trump prosecutor Wade after her pregnant daughter, Kiana Willis, 25, was pulled over late last month for driving while using a cell phone and then arrested for driving on a suspended license, according to footage first obtained by the Daily Mail. The cops assumed Willis, 52, and Wade, 50, were Kiana's parents, but the powerful DA told them her high-profile lover was, quote, just a friend, the outlet reported, a.k.a. just a booty call, okay? Just a boy toy, right? This is what Fani Willis, okay, and Nathan Wade's relationship apparently still is, right? This is still happening because I'm not sure why would Fani Willis show up to the site of her daughter's arrest with Nathan Wade if she's not in a relationship with him, okay? This is some stepdaddy type stuff, right? I mean, that's what you would do with a stepdad, right? To show up to the site of your daughter's arrest, okay? So let's read a little bit more here. The pair, who came under fire for their romance while prosecuting former President Donald Trump for election interference in the Peach State, have both separately testified that the affair ended last year. Yeah, so I don't believe that to be the case, okay? It looks like they were lying about that. But they both arrived quickly, casually dressed in black t-shirts, when alerted that Willis's pregnant daughter was in trouble in Tyrone on August 24th. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump to this body cam footage of this incident, and you guys let me know what you think about this.
Okay, so you guys know how long this process normally takes? Yeah.
Couple hours, probably. Mom, Dad, what's it?
Just a friend, yeah.
Okay.
Fani, nice to meet you.
So, Corporal Clark.
Just a friend, aka stepdaddy, right? This stepdaddy, okay, the way that Fani Willis would say it, okay? This is her stepdaddy, right? This is just my booty call, okay? They probably were just shacking up before this, okay? That's probably, they were in the middle of doing that, and then she got the call. They had to stop in the middle, okay? Put the clothes on, okay? Look at her hair. All dysfunctional, right? I guarantee you, that's what they was up to, right? That's what they was up to right before this. No doubt, man. No doubt.
Meet you. What?
So, apparently her license is suspended.
News to me, okay.
For something. Doesn't tell us what for or why or where, or that's something she's going to have to call DMV and find out. Okay. Probably what happened, she had a speeding ticket or some kind of traffic infraction, never went to court, didn't take care of it. Okay. That's the best guess. So, she's gone over to Fayette County Jail, which is right in the Fayetteville Square. It's 145 Johnson Avenue. Yeah. Normally, I would say a couple hours is the process. It just depends on how busy they are and like that, okay? The driving on the suspended is basically a traffic citation. She's got to have her fingerprints done and picture taken, then she can make her bond. You can pay it cash, use the bondsman, be 10%, whatever. They've got a list of people over there, too, that you can choose from and use whatever.
Where was she stopped?
So the vehicle's registered to her.
Okay.
I don't know if it was on a flock hit or if the officer observed some kind of traffic infraction. It wasn't me. I didn't make a traffic stop. He's already gone and got her going. Okay. So whatever the case may be, when you run the tag, it obviously gives us the vehicle information and the registered owner. Okay. And it's already in the system that has the invalid license. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So upon that, we just verify that it is that person driving or stop the car first at that point. We don't have to know it's them. It's general assumption that the registered owner is the driver of the vehicle.
Yeah.
You know, if you stop and it's not, okay, have a nice day. But in this case, she was. So.
Yep.
So, just are the keys to the car here?
Yes.
Yeah, everything's here.
Yeah, everything's in there.
She has 3 numbers. I believe she gave, let's say, your number, a JC, and a third name I didn't hear. She'll allow us to she's allowed to get 3 phone calls when she gets up there.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
once-
gonna just park the car.
Once they get the process done, she can make a couple phone calls and call you guys and say, okay, I'm ready. This is how much it is, whatever. I want to say off the top of my head, I think driving on suspended license is about $1,200.
Yeah.
Somewhere right in that area. Every municipality's different, you know, give or take a little bit, but somewhere around there. So,
All right. Thank you so much.
you're welcome. Any other questions, comments, concerns?
Yeah. So, what does this look like? What does this look like? Again, this looks like a relationship, right? I'm not entirely sure why Fani Willis would pull up to her daughter getting arrested with Nathan Wade if she's not in a relationship with him. Okay? I mean, they were shacking up. Okay? They were getting it on. Now, here's the thing. Okay? A lot of us know that when you are in a relationship with somebody and you're in an intimate relationship, you can't really continue to sleep with that person, right? Or to be close friends with that person after the relationship is over without there still being some intimacy, right? That's a very hard thing to do, okay? It's very difficult to do that. So the fact that Fani Willis is still so close to Nathan Wade after having a relationship with him, in my opinion, suggests that the relationship is not really over, right? That she's saying that he's just a friend for political reasons, right? Reasons to keep herself out of jail, really. That's why she's saying it. But clearly, the relationship is still intact, okay? Because I don't know why you would bring somebody that you are not in a relationship with, okay? A relationship that can create a conflict of interest in regards to your actual job. Why would you bring this person to the site of your daughter being arrested? Okay, I mean, you have to be extremely close. This is something that you would bring somebody that you're currently in a relationship with to the site, okay? Now, again, Fani is trying to make it seem like, oh, well, this is just my best friend, right? Something like that, okay? That's the way she's trying to frame it. But I'm just not buying it. I'm really not, okay? I'm not buying it. These two, obviously, are still in a relationship. They lied under oath, and they should be in jail. They should be in prison for lying under oath, okay? But regardless, I think that Fani Willis at this point, she doesn't really care, right? This is why she's so reckless about it. Because ultimately, her whole goal really was to get the trial and a conviction before the election. Because she's not getting that anymore, she doesn't give a damn, right? She doesn't care. She's just like, well, I'm just going to be reckless, right? But she was reckless from the beginning. Reckless from the beginning, which is why all of this happened in the first place, is because of her recklessness, because of her being sloppy. And this is just another example of her being sloppy. And I think this is evidence that she lied on the oath, right? And this is something that the Trump team should definitely take a look at and to see if they can get anything out of it and use this during the appeals process in order to ultimately get the case dismissed, okay? But it may get dismissed regardless, right? That seems to be the fate of this Georgia case, that this probably is not going to happen at all, okay? And a lot of it has to do with, again, Fani Willis being so reckless and sloppy with the way that she moves, the way that she carries herself. And clearly you can see that she's not very self-aware, or maybe her ego is so big that she thinks that she can just get away with this type of stuff and that, you know, she's not going to be held accountable. People aren't going to bring this up. People aren't going to see the holes in her story. And the fact that it seems to me that she lied on the oath, okay, which should disqualify her from being a prosecutor. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.